really, who wants to admit to having a relationship with Tory Lanez? Like, honestly. Like, if I could take something like that to my grave, I probably would too. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Dear Ashley Grace. If you have not already, please go ahead and like this video. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and make sure you press that post notification bell so you know when I post videos next. So if you don't know already, in this interview, Megan Thee Stallion details the events that happened the night that she was allegedly shot by Tory Lanez. And for the most part, in my opinion, much of her story hasn't changed since she did that Instagram live video, ultimately saying that Tory Lanez was the one who shot her. Since then, to me, it doesn't seem like her story has changed that much. However, in this case, people have been trying to find different ways to poke holes in Megan's stories and her account of the details that happened that night. But after I watched the interview, I, of course, went on social media to see what people's takes were on it. And I saw this Instagram post on the Neighborhood Talk where someone shared this post, and it says, "The fact that the Black community can still offer support to R. Kelly, DaBaby, and Bill Cosby while disrespecting and dismissing Megan Thee Stallion is disturbing and disheartening." And when I read that statement after reading a lot of the comments in response to the interview, I couldn't agree more with that statement. Being that a lot of Black people and a lot of, honestly, from what I see in the comments, a lot of Black women just refuse to even try to believe that Megan could be telling the truth. I think the reason why people don't believe Megan Thee Stallion is because they don't want to. People in the Black community don't want to believe a Black woman. People in the Black community would rather put Black men with talent on a pedestal and ignore or pacify the things that they do before they will believe a Black woman and what she says. And it's mainly the Black women, unfortunately, that I see in the comments that give Megan the hardest time about this story. And it's just the whole protection of Black men who don't need to be protected. Black men need to be protected, but some Black men don't need to be. And I think that's where sometimes Black women fall short, is that they rally behind the wrong people. The same women who don't believe Megan Thee Stallion are the same women who are comfortable with being pick-me's and not wanting to rock the boat. The same women who probably got a man right now laying up on her couch, eating all her food, eating all her oodles and noodles and her macaroni and cheese from her kids and not bringing in one red cent into that house, laying up on her couch, sleeping his life away. That's the type of Black woman who supports someone like Tory Lanez and the rest of these Black men. At this point, I really don't see why anyone wouldn't believe that this woman was shot. Like, if nothing else, y'all gotta believe that that woman was shot. I mean, medical records do not lie. It's black and white. It's public information at this point where you can read her medical records and it shows where she was shot and where there's still bullet fragments in her feet. So let's just make that very clear. They also had something in the interview where it showed that her friend at the time, Kelsey, who was also in the car, texted Megan Thee Stallion's security and said, "Tory shot Meg, help," allegedly. And even with all of that information, people will find any way not to believe this woman. No matter how you feel about Megan personally, you know, something happened to her that night. And I definitely believe that she was shot. I just would rather see this play out in court rather than see it play out on social media, because then you have public opinion and people will find you guilty on the platform of public opinion instead of in a real courtroom. Just so that way she can really get her true justice, because her doing interviews, you know, that's not going to get people to rally behind her. That's not going to get people to believe her even further. It's just going to have people do more think pieces and body analysis and see where one minute she said one thing and then 1 minute she said another thing. And I really hope that in September, when hopefully they finally have their day in court and it's not pushed back any further, because they were supposed to been in court by now, but it keeps getting pushed back. But when she has her day in court, that everything comes to fruition and that everything is laid out and people are held accountable for what they did. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have not already, please go ahead and like this video. Also make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and make sure that you press that post notification bell so you know when I post videos next. Thank you all so much and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.